Hey guys, welcome back. So this was quite a requested video of basically how I got into fitness, my fitness journey, some of the hurdles that I went through, and just kind of like how I started my fitness journey just all together. So I would say at school, I didn't like sports at all. Like, to be honest, I completely hated it. I think it was one of those things where I was a school kid and I just basically didn't want to ever get sweaty or ruin my makeup. I don't know if a lot of girls who might be watching this was like that as well, because I was definitely one of them. I just hated running around and playing sports. I think one of my favourite ones that I did play though was zigzag rounders. That was so much fun, but apart from that I just completely wasn't in sport at all. I was around 16 when I really felt like I wanted to work out, and it wasn't just like necessarily just cardio stuff. I actually wanted to lift weights and just be more active altogether. I don't really know how I kind of got that mentality, but it just happened, I think. And so at home we used to have a little indoor gym, and I just used to basically go in there and use the treadmill a bit. And just, yeah, that's kind of like how it started. So when I was 16, I just got this feeling of wanting to work out, and it wasn't even because of like social media back then. It wasn't big at all. I don't remember ever thinking, oh, I need to look like her, or I want to look like that, or I inspire to be like that. I never felt like that when I was younger. It's not like how it is today, where social media does play a big part in people's lives, in the way that a lot of girls mainly, or maybe guys, feel this pressure that they have to look a certain way, or they need to be this shape and they need to be that. It really upsets me, just like with the way that social media just plays such a big part on especially younger girls nowadays, that they feel like they have to look a certain way. That just makes me feel really sad. Because yeah, it's just so much unnecessary pressure to be a certain way instead of being yourself. So I didn't feel the pressure of social media. I just kind of wanted to do it for myself, to make myself feel better. I think a big role that did play in starting my fitness journey was I was going through a rough time, and I did post a video a little bit about myself, opening up about my past, and I think that did play a big role in starting my fitness journey, because going to the gym really made me feel good about myself. You guys might go to the gym for the same reason, but after a workout I really feel good, and just working out in general is like stress relief for me. That was definitely two big reasons why I started my fitness journey, and just lifting weights in general. And so when I was about 17, 18 years old, I actually signed up to my local gym, and I remember going in there just feeling completely lost and quite intimidated, because I had no idea what these machines were, but I just felt good just being there. It was quite a weird feeling. I just always felt, as I got a little bit older, from about 16, I always felt like drawn to working out and just lifting weights. I always felt like I needed to do it. I know that might sound quite strange, but I didn't get into it by looking at other people. I just always felt the need to work out. Signed up to my local gym. I was completely lost, and I just had no idea what I was doing, which is probably normal for people that start off their fitness journey. When they're new to everything, they just find it very difficult to understand how to use things, and you know, from there you kind of like learn as you go along. And I've always believed in my fitness journey, like even now I'm still learning, and I love to learn more about different things that I just have no idea about in my fitness. I think there's always more things to learn, and so from starting from nothing, you just learn as you go along. You keep learning, it just kind of never stops. As I didn't actually know what the hell I was doing, I did get in contact with a PT, and I think I was training with him for about a year. If you don't know what you're doing, I do really recommend doing that, because PTs kind of help you to give you a routine and to kind of show you how to perform exercises, and you know, so you don't injure yourself, and you know how to perform the exercise correctly, and it kind of gives you like a baseline of this is where you start and this is how you're doing it, and you kind of just build from there. My PT really started me off. After training with him for about a year, I did feel like I didn't need him anymore, because obviously as you're training, you're learning, and you're learning different things, and sorry, it's really hot in this room. And yeah, I felt like I was in a position where I was able to now train on my own, because before I did get my PT, because I didn't get him straight away, so as I'd signed up to my local gym and I just kind of worked on my own for a bit. From there, I think a lot of people might do this as well, but I was one of those girls that used to just run on the treadmill and go home, or just do cardio and then go home. I didn't really touch the weights, because all I knew was how to press the on and off button on a treadmill. And so when I did figure out, you know, like, girl, I need to figure this shit out. After that, I did get in contact with my PT, as I said. And so yeah, I just kind of went from there. I didn't actually have a goal necessarily of I wanted to look like a certain way. I remember my PT asking me, what's your goal? You know, who do you aspire to be? And I said, I don't know. I said, I have no idea. When you have a goal, it's like a motivation for you. And I've never really had that goal. I just work out because I love to work out. So after my PT, I did just basically go into the gym and end up doing my own thing and trying to make my own program. I did do quite a bit of reading up on different rep ranges and how to perform specific exercises. At this point in my fitness journey, I was about 17, 18 years old. I think I was about 18 actually. I didn't really have any nutritional, you know, knowledge on anything. I think it was just morally, at this stage of my fitness journey, just working out and learning how to do different exercises. The technique I still use today is if I have no idea how to perform an exercise or what the exercise is, because obviously there's so many different types of exercises out there, you know, it's difficult to know every single one. And so if I don't have knowledge on one, I do go onto YouTube or look on the web for images or just any videos in general to show me how to perform the exercise correctly. And at this stage, I tried out loads of different exercises for each muscle part. I used to type into Google all of the muscle parts in the back or the legs, and then I used to pick out specific exercises to train that muscle part, and I used to go from there and try and create my own like little workout plan. So before, I did go in and train like 6, maybe 7 times a week, because I wouldn't say I was obsessed, but I didn't know the barrier of over exercising and that my body did need a break. I didn't really have knowledge on that at that stage, so I was working out probably more than I should have. And so when I was at college, I did start at that stage really tracking my macros properly, because before I didn't used to track at all. I didn't weigh anything, you know, I didn't bulk or cut, it was just eating food, and I definitely was not eating enough protein, that's for sure. My real knowledge on nutrition and macros did come at college time. So I was 18 or 19 years old, because I did start college a little bit later. I used to be the person that used to go into college with my massive Buxton bottle and BCAAs. And when I was cutting, I used to bring in like, I can't remember the name, but this really hot sauce and put it all over my tuna salad, and be the girl that used to come in her gym kit every single day. These people used to think I was absolutely crazy. So while they were eating their paninis or, you know, crisps and sandwiches, my friend and I, who is also a gym person, who's also into the gym, we used to come in with all of our meal preps and everything, and people used to think what? You guys are absolutely crazy. So yeah, that was what happened throughout my journey in college. And so yeah, each year that I was training, I just tried to absorb as much knowledge about foods and training all together so I could go back to myself and apply it to my training. And I think it just builds and builds every year, the things that you learn, just different techniques in general. I really felt like during college time was my prime time of getting to grips with I knew what I was doing in the gym and with my foods. And so after college, been training ever since. I did learn to have a rest day though at college. I knew I should take a rest day. I didn't have a specific goal at college, but it was more that I wanted to grow in size and strength. Like those are the two that I would basically like to achieve. If that's like my goal. Never said to myself I want to look like that person or be like that person. I've never been like that at all. And so yeah, I'm now at university. I'm doing a bikini competition, my first ever show, which I'm very excited about. Slightly nervous because I've never been to one before, which I probably should. And I've never done one before, so I don't quite know what to expect, but it is very exciting. First time I've ever had like a proper goal. And so I am slightly nervous in the part that I've heard quite a few people who do shows do kind of go slightly off track with their nutrition and their eating afterwards, because when you have a goal, after it's finished, you just kind of don't know what to do with yourself pretty much after that, because you don't have that goal in front of you anymore. And so I'm hoping that doesn't happen to me, but because I've never had the need to have a goal to, you know, eat like the way that I do and to train the way I do. It is quite nice in a way to have a motive. It's just changing things up, and I'm training for something rather than just stress relief, I guess, and to make myself feel good. It's all new and it's very exciting. This fitness journey is a lifestyle rather than just a thing that you do once a week or something. It's, you know, it's like a long-term thing. And because it is a lifestyle, I feel like it's really important to find a balance that works for you. And I'm glad that I also did it in my fitness journey of trying out loads of different exercises that works for me and makes me happy and motivates me to train. And that's how I feel like this lifestyle is sustainable, because you're finding things that you enjoy and finding the balance with your nutrition as well. So you do enjoy life. I really feel like I enjoy life, but I know that I'm also eating good nutritional foods, and I'm training, and it's just all about finding that balance that is going to make you happy. Main thing is enjoying life. The struggles that I did face throughout my journey, during the beginning when I didn't really have a lot of knowledge about basically anything, I did go through a phase of feeling like I needed to stick to my diet. My diet was just 100% clean meats, like chicken, broccoli, rice, and I'm glad that I did go through that stage of kind of feeling like I had to stick to everything, because I felt that way about my diet. My whole mentality was just negative. I didn't have a good relationship with food at all. I just was not enjoying it. I wasn't enjoying the journey and the process of, you know, my training and just nutrition altogether. I just turned into such a negative mindset because I felt like I had to stick to everything on point or I would really feel horrible about myself, and that's just really not healthy. And because I wasn't having that balance of, you know, enjoying the foods that I love and also eating healthy, I did go off and completely binge all the time, and then I'd just feel even worse about myself. I am happy that I did go through that stage though, because it did make me realize it just wasn't healthy. It wasn't a healthy sustainable lifestyle that I was having. It made me realize that for me to really enjoy the process and to have that balance is 2 flexi diet. So even to this day, I do eat completely healthy foods, but I also allow myself to have a treat now and again. So I don't feel the need to go off track and just completely binge, because I've already satisfied my cravings with the little treat or something. I feel like that really works for me. I'm not saying that works for everybody, because some people can just completely eat clean and be fine. That just wasn't something that worked for me. Again, it's just all about kind of trying all of these different things and seeing what works for you. I will put up a photo of how I was before my training and just basically kind of where I am in my fitness journey now. I'm nowhere close to necessarily where I want to be, because I feel like I don't think I'll ever be completely, I'm at my goal and that's it. I always want to get better in some sort of way, that the journey just keeps going on, and that's what I love, because it always gives me a motive of I want to get stronger, I want to get a little bit bigger, I want to, you know, get better at this and better at that, and that's just works for me. So all these pointers that I have given you are the things that worked for me and was a part of my fitness journey. It's not saying that it works for everybody, so it's just all about trying out what works for you, and make sure you are having that balance of enjoying life and just enjoying training in general. And so I hope you enjoyed this video of my fitness journey and a bit of a fitness transformation, I guess. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next vlog.